know about you, but I think we all get Christmas gifts we don't really need, right? Especially in the form of food. We get a total sugar overload during Christmas. And in this video, I'm going to show you something food-wise that you could make that people would actually really enjoy and really be blessed by. I'm going to show you how to package it during this video and then share my recipes with you as well. So this video is how to make a breakfast for somebody and share it. So whether they save that for Christmas morning or just sometime during the holiday season or whenever, they can eat it for supper, you know. So just stick around and we'll take a look at two recipes. The first recipe that we're going to make is the cinnamon pecan coffee cake. Now this is something I've made for a really long time. I had it in like a Taste of Home cookbook when I was a little girl. And I actually found the recipe online, so I'm just going to link it down below. It starts off really simply. You just cream your sugar and your butter together. And then you add in your eggs one at a time. And then once all of that is combined, you're going to add in your vanilla. And then in a separate bowl, you're going to mix your dry ingredients together. So that is flour and baking soda and salt, and you just give that a whisk. And then you come back and you have your original creamed mixture with the eggs in it, and then you have your flour mixture and you have sour cream. And then you just alternate between the flour and the sour cream. So I did about started with a third of the flour mixture, and then I did half of the sour cream, and then a third of the flour mixture, and then half of the sour cream, and then the final third of the flour mixture. I heard Paula Deen once say that you should always finish with the dry ingredient when you're alternating. I don't know if it's true, but I do think it makes it a little bit smoother, so that's what I typically do. And then once you're done, now before when I made this, I put it in a tube pan, but I want to make this super giftable, so it fits perfectly into two 8-inch rounds or 8-inch by 8-inch or 9-inch pans. It's pretty flexible. And I'm also going to mix up this like pecan cinnamon sugar mixture, super strong on the cinnamon, which I love. And then if you're going to make it in the tube pan, the directions are all linked in that recipe. I'll just link directly to the Taste of Home recipe. But the way I adjusted it here, because people don't need like that much coffee cake, it's pretty substantial just in the 8-inch form. So I put the batter, split it between two pans after I had greased it, obviously. And then I put some of the cinnamon sugar pecan mixture in, and then I just took a spoon and like swirled it through, kind of like just stirred it in a little bit, and then took any leftover topping mixture and just threw it back on top of that, and then popped it in the oven for a little over half hour. The baking time is a lot shorter than the tube pan, and it came out really nicely, and it's super giftable, and the flavor is so good and so universal. I think a lot of people enjoy cinnamon pecan, and then it's super moist with the sour cream and rich. So I hope you enjoy that. The second breakfast recipe that I'm sharing, it's egg bake, and it's not really even a recipe. I don't make egg bakes with recipes. I just scramble and cook things. So you're just gonna prep your ingredients. So I chopped and cooked my peppers, and I browned my sausage. You could use any meat, any vegetables. So you could add spinach, mushrooms. You could totally drop the veggies, or maybe make some egg bakes with veggies, some without. I made 2 coffee cakes and 2 egg bakes in this recipe, but you could make 10 coffee cakes and 10 egg bakes if you wanted to give it to a lot of people. So I just had all that set out. I also whipped up a bunch of eggs. I actually do that with my KitchenAid. When I'm mixing a lot of eggs, I'll just crack them all into there. You don't have to have a KitchenAid to whisk eggs, just use a whisk. But anyway, it'll save some time. For these, just to give you some helpful quantities, I scrambled up a pack of 18 eggs and added some heavy cream because that's what I had, but you could use milk or half and half. And then I just went over to my pans and started layering everything in. Usually I start with my hash browns, so if you're going to put hash browns, put those in. If you don't want to put hash browns in, you want to keep it keto friendly, which I've done before, leave out the hash browns and then add cottage cheese to the egg mixture and blend it. It makes it so like rich and delicious, and you don't miss the hash browns at all. So if you want to do that little swap there, and then add in any veggies or meat, so that's what I did here. And then I topped it off with cheese, and then just pour over the egg mixture. Make sure when you're whisking those eggs that you added some salt and pepper, and they're ready to go in the oven. And you just want to cook them until they're cooked through. So when you shake them, there shouldn't be a jiggle to them. They should be firm. Just don't overcook them either, but it's pretty hard to overcook them. Once you have all that out of the oven, cool it off and freeze it. Now, I think this is one of the greatest things about this recipe or about this idea is like if you make cookies for somebody, especially like frosted cookies that you want to give people, it's like you got to get those things out because they're getting old like the longer they sit there. But what I think is so cool about this is throw all of this into the freezer, and then when you're ready to gift it, just pull it out of the freezer, package it, and hand it out. And then they can either pop it straight into their freezer, maybe they want to save it for Christmas morning, or maybe they want to eat it right then and they can just put it in their fridge, coffee cake on their counter until they're ready to eat it. So I think that it works well for you, it works well for the receiver, and it just makes it work really easily because I know sometimes you're trying to get gifts to people, and if it's food, then it's time sensitive usually. But now just like, oh yeah, we're gonna see them tonight at that thing, so I'll grab that and package that and give it to them tonight. You can see here how mine turned out. This is how I packaged mine. This is actually a tablecloth that I cut up for a different purpose. But you could use any fabric, you could use a basket, you could use whatever. And then I just have the frozen pans in here. I put a rubber band around this, tied a red bow, and then put a little greenery pick, and I think it's super cute. You could put this in a basket if you wanted to give them more than just these items. Add in like some coffee, some of their favorite coffee, or add in some coffee mugs, or some orange juice, or like the sky's the limit. You could add in fruit, whatever. I think anyone would appreciate this. I know breakfast is one of my favorite meals, so to get it fully made up would be such a blessing. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you do this. I think this would be a great project. You know, a lot of people get together and make cookies or something. I think this would be a fun thing to get together and make, just to work through making all these coffee cakes and egg bakes. And obviously you could use any recipe. So if you have a favorite muffin recipe or you like to make cinnamon rolls, do that. But I thought this coffee cake is a super good one, a super easy one. And I like the way that it halved here, because I've made it a lot of times as like a bun cake, but I've never made it as 2 8-inch pans, and I thought it worked super well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, hit subscribe. I post videos about using food to bless people and to gift to people. I have a Christmas playlist that involves gift guides and other food gifts that you can make. And I'll have that playlist linked down in the description box below. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I'll see you next week. Bye.